All right, everyone, story time. Here's a story about Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Breditchev. Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Breditchev, he was a very good friend of the first Rebbe of Chabad. He was a very, very holy person. He was the rabbi of the city of Breditchev. A lot of amazing stories are told about him, especially his love of every Jew. But I'll tell you this story. This is a story about the night of the Passover Seder. Very emotional story. How does the story go? Rabbi Levi Yitzchak Breditchev, in addition to his tremendous knowledge and his good deeds and his leadership, etc., but he was also very well versed in Kabbalah, in the secrets, the mysteries of the Torah. And he himself was a very pure, holy person. So when he made the Pesach Seder, the Pesach night Seder with his pupils, as it was an amazing experience. And sometimes when he would really, get inspired, he himself was a very, very emotional person, a tremendous love for the Torah and for every Jew and for God. And sometimes he would express it jumping and this. So the Seder Pesach that he made was just incredible. And he finished like at 2 a.m. And his pupils, and he had done it with love and with fear and with awe and with wisdom and everything, to the point where a voice came up from heaven, a thundering voice that nobody heard, he heard it. He was sitting with his pupils. And it said, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak, your Seder was accepted in heaven. But there's somebody who is better, and that is Shmerel, the shoemaker, that lives in Breditchev. So he looks at his pupils. He sees that obviously nobody heard this thundering voice except for him. They're just, sitting there and, watching him or whatever. Nobody's startled. So the voice stops and he says to his pupils, did you just hear anything? No. Anybody here know Shmerel, the shoemaker? His pupils didn't know. So he says, I have to find out who this person is. He did a better Passover Seder than me. I have to learn how we did it. I have to learn from him. Maybe I can I can learn a few things from him. He must obviously be a holy person. So he goes in the streets. It's already 2:30 in the morning and nobody's there. So he stands and he waits here. He goes by the mikveh, whatever. He goes to the. So sure enough, there's this old man comes out of the synagogue that went there after his Seder night. He says, excuse me, do you know Shmerel? Have you ever, he says, oh, the Kavod Rav, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak. Wow, to what do I owe this honor? He says, listen, I want to know, do you know a person called Shmerel, the shoemaker, lives in Breditchev? He says, listen, honorable rabbi, if you don't know him, that you're the rabbi here, how can I know him? So I don't know him, but I heard, there's somebody like that. Do you know who he is? I'm looking for him. So Shmerel, he says, listen, there's one guy that's called Shmerel the drunkard. And he used to be a shoemaker. He was a shoemaker for about 2 weeks. And he was terrible. He just put the nails in the wrong place and everybody was complaining. And he collects money every day in the street. And I guess he has a wife. He gives her the money, what's left over. He drinks, and he's a drunkard, Shmerel the drunkard. Where does he live? Over there, down by the railroad track. So Rabbi Levi runs to the railroad track. It's already 4 o'clock in the morning. And sure enough, there's this old shack over there, and he knocks on the door, and he hears inside, oh, I'm wondering, 1 minute. He opens up the door. This lady opens up the door, an old lady, and she says, oh, the rabbi is here. The holy rabbi is here. She's tucking her hair in. So the married woman shouldn't have this. She's tucking her hair in. She says, oh, you probably came here to curse my husband. Good. 1 second, I'll bring him. 1 second. He said, no, that's not the reason I came. It's just wait 1 moment. He hears her go back. He hears her filling up a bucket with water, with a pump. And all of a sudden, the water gets thrown on somebody, and he hears, it's a flood, we're drowning, the ship is sinking, save me, And she says, come, you drunken bum, come, the rabbi has come here to curse you. He says, no, where are I? And she drags him, he's all sopping wet, and he sees the rabbi, he falls to his knees, he says, Rabbi, I didn't mean it, I didn't know. The rabbi says, can't figure out what in the world is going on. What is happening over there? He says, Shmeros, no, Rabbi, please don't curse me. He said, Rabbi, I didn't come here to curse me. I don't curse anybody. What do you, stand up. He's sopping wet. He said, I didn't come to curse you. I just wanted to ask you something. He said, really? Yes. He said, go put on some clothes. Dry up. So he comes back a couple of minutes. He says, can I come in? Yes. He sits down. There's this old rickety table, but the house is nice. It's all clean and everything. The table is like prepared for the holiday. And he says, listen, I just wanted you to tell me, Shmiro, calm down. What did you do tonight to the night of the Seder? I said, Rabbi, please, don't make fun of me. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Please, don't curse me. He says, listen, I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to know, what did you do tonight? I heard that it was really good. Good, I did. He says, please, just tell me what you did. I said, okay. He said, listen, the fact is, I was born, my mother passed away shortly after I was born. My father, he left the house. I was alone, so I got thrown from one place to another. I don't really know how to learn. I'm not so smart, and I got thrown from family to family. And they tried to find me a job. I can't really even read. They tried to find me a job as a cobbler to make shoes. I did put the nails in the wrong way. It was terrible. But one thing that I can do is they even found me my wonderful wife. I got married. And so how do I make money? I can't do it. I beg money, but one thing that I'm really good at is drinking. When I drink, it really works. I get drunk. It really, I really succeed at that. So that's what I do. I stay the whole day in the street and I collect money. I ask for charity, and I give my wife some, and I leave enough over for a bottle of vodka, and I drink the vodka. Said, well, it says, so what? The rabbi said, okay, so tell me what you did last night. He said, well, yesterday and the day before Passover, so I see people are running around in the streets, and I asked one of the people to give me money. I said, can you tell me, why is everybody running around? And he said, Shmerel, tonight is Passover. It's Pesach. I said, oh, Pesach, yeah, that's what they blow the shofar. And he said, no. He said, you eat matzah, and he says, and you have to clean the whole house out, that there's no chametz in the house, and you make a seder. He says, what's relevant to you is that you drink 4 cups of wine, and you can't drink vodka. You can't drink that vodka. I said, what? He said, you can't drink vodka. He says, really? That's really bad. Can't drink vodka. For how long? He says, 8 days. 8 days. I can't drink vodka for 8 days. This is a really serious holiday. Well, he says, stop. Shmiro, look here. Take some money. Go and buy fish. Go and buy the meat. Buy matzahs. Buy wine. Here's enough money. You get a boy. It'll take it to your house and make Passover. So I did. I bought the meat. I bought the wine. I bought the fish. I bought everything, and I took it to home. And matzahs, gave it to my wife, and I had enough money left over that I bought a really big bottle of vodka to last 8 days, and I drank the whole thing. And I came home. And I came home, and I lay down, went to sleep. I was drunk. All of a sudden, my wife wakes me up. You see how she does it? She threw a whole thing of water on me. She says, Shmerel, wake up. Make the Seder night. Make the Seder night. All the husbands in the world, Jewish husbands, are making the Seder night, and you're lying here like a dead cow. Wake up. So I got up. I put on my dry clothes. She took me into the room. And I looked. I saw everything is clean. Everything is white. And my wife is sitting there. The candles are lit. And my wife is sitting there like a queen. She looks so just beautiful. And she says, Shmerel, say the Haggadah. And look at the Haggadah. I can't even tell the letters. I see there's a picture in the corner of like a lamb or something. So I knew which was up and down. She says, say it. say the Haggadah. And so I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Just fill up the cup and make Kiddush. So I filled up the cup and I said, listen, God, I don't know you, but you know me. I never had much of a past. I can't really read. I don't really understand really anything that really is going on. So, but one thing I know. It's a long time ago. Excuse me. A long time ago, you took the Jews out of Egypt. And I'm sure you're going to send Moshiach and take us out of all the troubles we have now. And I drank the 4 cups of wine, and I ate the matzah, and I went back to sleep. And Rabbi Levi Yitzchak Breditchev said, now I know why your Seder Pesach was better than mine. I knew all the Kabbalah and all the secret levels and all the spiritual things, but you got right to the point and you did it with all of your heart. You were thinking about Moshiach now. And that's what we should be thinking about the night of Pesach. Have a good day, everyone, with Moshiach now.
Beautiful, beautiful. Did you do the Hayom? Oh, but you did it. Yes, you did it.